So, you've impressed them with your application. Perhaps they've seen your portfolio and now you've been called in for an interview to seal the deal on this new design job opportunity. You could be completely new to UX, or you just want to brush up on a few tips. Look no further, as in this video I'll be sharing tips on how to ace your UX design interview. Hello, my name is Jadene and I'm a user experience designer and I make videos about design, research and accessibility. In this video I'm going to tell you how to prepare and ace your UX design interview. Previously I talked about UX interview questions, thinking about some of the questions you could be asked and how you might answer them. If you've not seen that yet, I'll leave a link below. Or maybe here. Types of interviews. There's no standard UX hiring process, but you may have an initial chat with the hiring manager, an interview with the team lead or director, and finally a panel interview with members of the wider team. In an initial chat with the hiring manager, you could expect to discuss the role requirements on this call. The hiring manager will also ask for your CV and portfolio at this stage to send on to the team lead or director. Providing all goes well, you'll be invited to an interview. In an interview with a team lead or director, you could expect an introduction to the company, who they are, what they do, and what they're looking for in a potential candidate. Together, you'll discuss the role requirements and you'll be expected to evidence how you meet those requirements. Your CV and portfolio will be a good talking point here, and you could be asked to walk them through a project from your portfolio. So come prepared. Providing all goes well here, you could be made an offer, or you may be given a design task and invited to a second stage interview. In a second stage interview with members of the wider team, you could expect similar conversations as those had with the team lead or director. Your CV and portfolio will be a good talking point here, and you may be asked to present a design task to the team. Providing all goes well, you could be made an offer. Research. No matter the type of interview, it always pays to be prepared. Let's approach this as if it were a design project. You wouldn't just jump into designing without having first done your research now, would you? Research the company. Look at their recent case studies and blog posts. Take a look at what kind of projects have been undertaken and take the time to build a better idea of who they are and what they do. Note down any questions you have for the company as you go through this research to ask them during the interview. I recommend always having at least one question to ask them, as this will demonstrate your interest in the company and the role. Research the role. Look again at the requirements. You must be well aligned to have gotten an interview, but do not neglect to come back and revisit the requirements, as these may come up again as a talking point in your interview. Is there anything you could improve on? Try to think of evidence-based examples for each requirement, building on yet more talking points for the interview. If the job spec says something along the lines of translate concepts into wireframes, prototypes and user flows using specialist tools such as InVision, Figma or Sketch. Give evidence of you translating concepts into wireframes, prototypes and user flows. You see where I'm going? Evidence what they're asking for. I highly recommend practicing if you have a presentation as part of your interview. Practice presenting your portfolio. Highlight projects that demonstrate the skill set the company are looking for in the job description. Go back to the job description and take note of this. It will help guide you on what work to present and points to make sure you cover. If you are given a design task, practice presenting your design task. Always refer to the brief and how your solution answers the brief. For a design task, hiring managers are not only looking at your solution, but also your understanding of the brief, your design thinking and technical competencies if you were required to use a specific tool within the task. There is often a time limit to present a design task, so it's worth timing yourself to ensure you cover all the points you want to say within the given time. Make sure you take your time when presenting and don't panic and rush through it all. Try to enjoy it as best you can. In your role, you could find yourself presenting to stakeholders, so this is a great place to start. If you feel that you would benefit from one-to-one support preparing for your interview, you can book a portfolio review with me or an interview prep session. No matter which mentoring session you choose, you will also receive a follow-up document with notes from our session and links to additional resources that I think you'll find useful based off our conversation. You can visit my Superpeer page to book the right mentoring session for you. To recap, the UX hiring process can vary, but you would expect to have an interview at some stage. Research the company and the role, and practice presenting your portfolio, demonstrating the skills you have to make you an excellent candidate for the role. If you are given a design task, practice presenting the completed task within the time limit, demonstrating your understanding of the brief and skill set to solve the problem. As always, have a wonderful week and I will see you in the next video. Bye!